What's buck, everybody? We're back again. It's your favorite Krumper. And today we're going to be talking about is Krump HipHop. And this is Krump Inc.
Yeah. All my people
I was 11 years old when this happened to me.
If you alive,
I did not have a dream.
If you book is saying.
Krump is not hip hop. Hip hop is hip hop, and Krump is Krump. The difference between hip hop and Krump is there's so many, but I'll just start off with the dance itself. Hip hop has different basics, different foundations, different things that make up the dance moves and the dance style, whatever it is. For some people, it may be lifestyle or culture. I'm just tackling the dance part of it. Krump has totally different foundations, fundamentals, basics, everything. The dance Krump is different than the hip hop dance. There's nothing more I can say to explain that. Look at hip hop and look at Krump. Total difference. When did Krump get mainstream? It was a fight to get it mainstream because it was so different. So this is the first issue that we ran into as a movement, trying to break into the industry where you weren't considered a real dancer if you weren't dancing on tour or if you weren't dancing for this artist or this music video. We're coming into a hip hop dominated industry. Krump comes in and we had to fight to get mainstream because hip hop did not want to receive or respect the movement. So how can Papa Hip Hop reject its own child, its own offspring? So Krump had to fight for years to get into the mainstream, and real Krump still hasn't hit the mainstream.
What did it take for you to get respect, for Krump to get respect?
We still fighting for respect in Krump. Like in the hip hop realm, in the breaking realm, hip hop, house, Krump is still fighting for respect. We're still out here battling for respect. We're at the All Styles events versus hip hop versus house versus breaking, all of these things. We're still fighting for it. It's more accepted now, but still people don't want to receive Krump. Is Krump hip hop? That question comes from stupid people like Miss Prissy. Miss Prissy, she is like the wicked witch of the West. I hate people like this because it brings us back to ancient times, prehistoric. Krump is not hip hop for so many reasons, but people like Miss Prissy, she cannot do Krump well. Maybe what she is doing is hip hop. Can't take that away from her. She might be doing hip hop because it's definitely not Krump. If you don't even know what Krump is, how you gonna tell us where it come from? How you gonna tell us any truth if we look at you? We're looking at you. Let's go back to 2005 to today's date. Look at the woman's improvement. How can she say what Krump is anywhere, any day, anywhere? It comes from people like Miss Prissy who cannot do Krump. So they say, it's hip hop because it's easier for me.
Another face buster, we gon' peel him off the floor.
Hell no, Miss Prissy ain't the queen of Krump. She can't be the queen of Krump because she don't know what Krump is. She didn't create it. She just came in and she's barely like, look at her footage. Go check out the Beast Camp. Go look up Miss Prissy. Look at this footage and you tell me, is that what you want to do? Is that what you trying to do? Is that how you look at Krump? What Miss Prissy doing ain't even Krump, nowhere near Krump. It's her own interpretation and it's gibberish. It's not hip hop and it's not Krump. Maybe it's Miss Prissy's own thing. She got her own thing going. So she can't tell you what Krump is and she can't tell you what hip hop is. She can only tell you what Miss Prissy want to do. That's it.
Now, you know Miss Prissy's going to be upset with you about what you just said. What do you have to say about her next live or video about you?
Look,
after saying this?
Miss Prissy is always upset at me. I can be quiet for 3 years, the woman's still gonna talk about me. I cannot stand this woman either. I don't like what she represents, she don't like what I represent. So she's always gonna be mad. If I don't say nothing, she gonna make a live anyway. So this is just giving her something to do.
Now, Miss Prissy, she brought up race when she brought up this whole Krump hip hop situation. Is Krump only for black people?
Krump is not, I repeat, it is not only for black people. Yes, it came through a black man. But let's travel back before me, because people like to say, Tighteyex, you're a narcissist. You're only saying this. Krump did not start with me. Let's go back to King David. 2 Samuel 6:14. I'm gonna put it up on there so y'all can read it. It started right there. So this dance comes from kings. This is a kingly dance. And it is not only for black people, it is for kings and warriors. If you are that, or if you're not that and you want to be that, you can krump. If krump is only for black people, what about the people in Japan who krumping their hearts out? What about the people in India krumping their hearts out? What about the people in Russia, Ukraine, who krump their hearts out, who come and compete at these events year after year? It ain't only black judges. What do you mean? What are you trying to separate this for as if race is a divider of talent? It has nothing to do with race. And people like Prissy, these people are going to be forgotten about because they try to keep everything for themselves and they want to eat it all and get fat off their own praise. Krump is for everyone who will receive it. If you krump with the spirit of God, you krump. It don't matter what color you are. Now I got to get off this topic because I start to get crazy.
Because Miss Prissy is claiming that she's about to do a krump book. What do you feel about this krump book that she's about to put out?
Considering this krump book, if it ever come out first, because it's going to take work. If it ever come out, it will be filled with lies and half-truths. If you have taken a break from this movement, you always leaving krump and coming back. I'm tired of krump. I'm leaving. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to make money. I'm going to do hair. Then you come back. What you writing about in the 3 years you was just gone? You leave again. You go doing something else. You doing this. Then you come back. What happened in that last 5 years? What the hell you gonna write about? Your own little experiences or your little conversations you've been having in the room with all your friends who mad at Tighteyex? Y'all act like people can't lie. There's trash books out now. Everybody that's writing books ain't telling the truth in them. So it's gonna be a book of lies. This is her gospel of krump, slander and lies. That's it. The Wicked Witch of the West strikes again. In closing, my people, look, I know y'all look at me like, Tighteyex, you just so crazy. You always come here saying crazy stuff. What's gonna happen to all of the people who will come after us and gonna be confused? So am I doing hip hop or am I doing krump? Is it the same thing? Like, the facts and the truth have to be documented somewhere. Krump is krump. You can mix the two if you want. I've danced with hip hop dancers. I've battled all of the hip hop OGs, legends. I've battled them, like rounds with them to gain this respect. So I respect it. But even they will tell you, krump is krump. This is hip hop. Yes, we can exchange and yes, we can share. That's it within every style, but with respect to what the style is. And if you say krump is hip hop, you have no respect for krump and you have no respect for hip hop. So you heard it from me and I'm still here active. You can check my battles. You can check all of my sermons on YouTube, everything that everybody's mad at. If you don't like me, at least look at the work. I'll see y'all soon.